Hello beautiful souls, welcome to another beautiful day in Aotearoa and to Here's How to Heal Yourself, but I doubt people will listen, part 3. In our first video I described two concepts, focus on your wellness and conscious awareness. Focus on your wellness is all about focusing on all the healthy, strong parts of you, because those are the parts that will heal your dis-ease or your illness. And conscious awareness is about understanding who and what we truly are. In our second video, I talked briefly about the two main parts of us, our physical parts and our spiritual parts, and how we are spiritual beings living on earth, having a temporary human experience. So in that video, I said that we are spiritual beings with a physical body living a human experience, and we are not human beings with a spiritual body within us. Okay, so in this video I'm going to dive in a bit deeper with that concept and explain it a bit more so you can truly understand how we can heal any emotional, physical, psychological, spiritual trauma or disease that's created within our bodies and within our lives. As these beautiful souls that we are, we move around as energetic waves, because everything that exists in this universe is made from energy. So everything that you can see, everything that you can touch, everything you can taste, everything you can hear, everything that you can smell is made from energy. And to truly understand how our spiritualness, how we actually live on earth, is to understand the energy that flows through you every second that we breathe, every second that we live, because it is this energy that animates us. It helps us breathe. It operates everything in our bodies that we take for granted. So trillions of blood is trillions, millions and trillions of things are happening in our body energetically. Our DNA's working, our cells are moving about, our respiratory system's working, our hearts are pumping. All that is done automatically without us even worrying about it through the energy that flows through us every second that we're alive. Now, how we become ill is because we are misusing this energy that's flowing through us, because we really don't understand. Most people, most of the population on earth don't understand, for one, that we are spiritual beings, and for two, that we are energetic, that everything that is created in the universe is made from energy, is energetic. And so the first concept is to understand is kotahitanga, which means unity. So to heal ourselves we have to learn to master and command our physical bodies, which are physical vessels. Every vessel that I know of has a commander, a captain or a pilot, except for our physical vessels, because we haven't quite learned yet that as souls, that are spiritual beings, that we need to learn to command our physical vessels. And to command our physical vessels, we need to master the energy that flows through us, because every time we feel or think something, we are interpreting the energy that flows through us, the energy that is within us. We interpret it in different ways. For most humans, we interpret it as a negative emotion or thought. Now, every time we see something, we hear something, we believe something that is not right or is not according to our beliefs and our values, we term it as a negative response or as a negative thing. Now what happens is that every time you interpret energy as negative, and if you don't release it from your body, it stays stored in your body. It will stay in your body until you release it, until you transmute it. And every time you hold it in your body, this negative emotion or this thought or feeling, it accumulates and the energy, stored energy, becomes into a physical illness. And that's how all diseases, that's how all our illnesses, that's how all our viruses, everything that is negative that is happening in our life is created, just because we are not understanding how to master our energy, and we are placing our negative values and negative meaning of everything that we respond to in our lives. I hope that makes sense. Basically, every time you think and say something negative, it stays stored in your body as negative energy, and if this negative energy accumulates, it causes a physical illness in your body. And the only way to get rid of that physical illness is to release that physical energy from your body. And you do that in many ways, and what we call that is alchemy or transmutation. And to learn how to alchemize your body and to transmute all that negative energy in your body and replace it with beautiful positive energy is alchemization and transmutation. And from a Māori perspective, it's called mirimiri and romi-romi, which are two traditional Māori methods of healing. And to learn how to use these methods, the main thing that has to be done is to merge or meld your physical body and your spiritual beings together so that they are united. And it's a term we give in Te Reo Māori is kotahitanga. We need to create an energetic container of kotahitanga, of unity within ourselves, just by melding and connecting our physical body and our spiritual bodies together. And to do that, it's really, really important that you learn to love everything about you. You learn to love your physical body, your entirety of you, because your physical body is your spiritual body. It's energetic, it's part of you. So everything that you see in the mirror, everything that you feel, you must learn to love it no matter what negative emotion you are putting to it. Now, somebody asked me once, how do I balance the female and male energy within me? Because everyone has energy flowing through them. And people believe that it's female energy and male energy. From a spiritual perspective, it's just energy. The male and the female energy part of it comes up because we've been taught to believe that that's what happens within us because of our genders, because of our female and male genders. But our spiritual beings are genderless. They don't have a gender because it's just energy. So what you're actually really learning to balance is your spiritualness and your physicalness together. Once you balance that, then you are balancing your energy, and it's all about learning to understand and to love every part of you. And it doesn't matter what you look like, love it. Because once you learn to meld and merge your physicalness and your physicalities together, then you will be able to master your energy, control the way you think and control the way you feel, and know that everything that you're responding to is just energy. So your anger, when you have an emotion like shame, guilt, anger, your anxiety, if you're anxious, if you're sad, if you're unhappy, if you're depressed, please know that it's just energy. That's all it is. And all you have done is placed the value of sadness, unhappiness. You've chosen to put that meaning, that value on that particular energy that's flowing to you as unhappiness, as depression, as anger, as anxiety. It's only the meaning that you put on this energy that creates these negative emotions within you. And once you learn to understand that, once you learn that There is only energy flowing through you, that all your emotions, all your thoughts are just energy, and that you can control this energy and you can change it anytime that you like. Then you will be able to merge and meld your spirituality and your physicality together so that you can live on this planet as one instead of two separate beings. Instead of a human being and a spiritual being, you can blend them and meld them together just by loving every single thing about you. Even if you make a mistake, love it. If you're angry, love it. If you're sad, love that, because it's just energy. And once you learn to love everything that comes to you, every emotion, every thought, once you learn to love it instead of attaching a negative emotion to it, things will begin to change and you will start to meld and embrace and merge your physicality and spirituality together. And that's the main tool, and that's the main technique that you can use to heal any part of your body and to heal and create happiness and wellness within your life. So that's just a brief explanation of how you can heal yourself. It's because we are all energy. We can learn to master our energy so that we decide what it is. We can choose how we want to feel. We can choose how we want to think. We can choose how we want to be based on our own decisions and our own choices, not what somebody has told us how we should be. It's not based on what somebody has taught us what we should believe. It's not based on other people's values. It's not based on what other meanings people have given us as we've grown up. It's based on how we want to be. It's based on the choices that we want to make every day of whether we want to live happily or not. If you want to live happily, then all you need to do is create positive, happy, joyous energies within us and interpret our energy or your energy that flows through you as happiness, whether it feels that way or not. Just interpret it and love it as that. Because remember, it's just energy. And the only reason why you feel negative is because you are choosing to feel that way, because you place the value or meaning of anger onto that energy that flows through you. Now, sometimes it can be a little difficult for people to do that, to switch and change and to make a decision about how they want to live, because energy moves constantly, because your energy is constantly moving through you, because we spend thousands and thousands and thousands of seconds thinking and feeling things. But please know and understand that you are thinking and feeling is just energy, and you can choose how you want to interpret that energy any way that you like. So if you want to choose happiness, then you interpret it, that energy, as happiness. And if you want to live in a depressed or sadness and an unwell state, then you interpret it, that energy, as that. It's your decision, it's your choice. And that's basically how every disease, every illness, every virus, every bit of chaos and trauma and drama is created in our life. It's because we are not interpreting the energy that flows through us, that's around us, how it's meant to be. Alright, so as always, if you have any questions about what I've just discussed, if you have any comments, then please pop them below. I would really appreciate them, because it's good to actually have some more transactions between us, some interactions I should say. And if